Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Jason from the 3 Means Go channel. Today I'm going to be answering 10 questions about the DRAGY GPS performance meter. So the DRAGY has been out for about a year or two already. People have already been posting up videos and whatnot with its capabilities. But today I'm pretty much going to be answering those 10 questions for anybody who doesn't have any idea what this is. You're like new on the scene, you have absolutely no clue or ever heard of it, so this is the perfect video for you. And if you already know what the DRAGY does and how it performs and you've already have some experience with it, please go in the comments and let us know your experience with the product, how it went for you, your initial thoughts, and if you think it was a good investment. So yeah, let's just jump straight into this video, get right into it. We're going to start off with question number 1. What is a DRAGY GPS performance meter? Alright, so the DRAGY GPS pretty much gives you a virtual time slip. It's essentially a virtual meter, a virtual ruler that measures the performance of your car. What's the size and what does it look like? So it looks like this. Super, just a nice black box, and then if you flip it upside down, it's got the DRAGY right here. This is a magnetic base. You heard that? This is super handy just because you can put it outside of the car and it'll stick, or usually when you buy the unit, it'll come with this magnetic bases that you have like a 3M sticky side. So you'll just stick that somewhere on your dash and this will be pretty much good to go. You don't need to have it connected anymore. It's just gonna look like a nice little box right on your dash. Almost looks like it comes with the car. And like I said, it's 1 inch, if that, by 3 inches wide. Fits almost everywhere. I mean, never had a problem with not being... This thing will fit in your pocket with your wallet. It's not a big deal. It really weighs nothing. This thing, like, literally, you could toss it in between your fingers and be fine. The outside is really nice, like, scratch resistant too. There's no scratches on this one. I actually bought this one used for like $100 on OfferUp. But as you can see, there's no scratches. What can the DRAGY GPS unit measure? It can measure 0 to 60 times, 60 to 130, 0 to 130. It'll measure your 1/8 times, your quarter mile times, your half mile times, the slope. It can measure a lot. It does a lot for just a tiny little unit. How accurate is a GPS unit, and is there any proof for that? So I've already mentioned a couple times in this video how accurate it is. DRAGY advertises as within 1/100th of a second. That is super accurate. There are videos online where people will post time slips and they'll post their DRAGY videos and compare them, and they've actually been pretty accurate. As well as D-Sport magazine, they had this whole comparison chart. I'll put it up for you guys to look at and everything. But you can tell that the times are pretty good for what you're paying. If it were spot on, that'd just be insane. That'd be crazy, right? But for 150, you're pretty much 1/100th of a second there. I mean, if we all just use the DRAGY anyways, we'd all be using the same ruler, so it'd be a perfect way. It's like if we all just use the same dyno. That's essentially what it is. We'd all be using the same ruler. If someone tells you my car is faster, prove it. Just run it through a DRAGY. I have DRAGY times. Do you have DRAGY times? How does the DRAGY GPS unit work? You're going to want to download the app DRAGY onto your iPhone or whichever phone you're using. Alright, so once you got your Bluetooth turned on, you got your app downloaded, you're going to want to search for the DRAGY GPS unit. Just make sure it's nice and charged, and it should connect right away. After that, you're going to want to set it up for the run that you're going to do. Run start on it and just go. As soon as the car feels movement, it's going to start recording its time and the distance that you've gone. It can also record slope. It's going to be using high performance satellites to measure all of this, so it's super accurate. Like I said, it's within 1/100th of a second. With time slips being compared to it, it's really accurate. Also, as just the software and the box gets better, the measurements are going to get better, and it can only get better. This is only the beginning stages. How much do they cost about? So they cost about $140 to $160. It just really depends on the vendor. You can order it from draggy.com themselves. I know you can get skin wraps for them, so that's something else really cool if you want to make it more distinct. But usually they come in this all black, just super discreet look. So, you know, for $150, it's a really good price. I mean, you're gonna waste $60, $70 going to the drag strip every time. And on top of that, if you don't have a helmet, you gotta rent one out. And if you do buy one, you know it's gonna be a lot more than $100 or $200. So, I mean, it pays for itself within one trip. And like I said, it's super accurate. What's included in the purchase? Usually what it will come with is a draggy GPS unit itself, and then it will also have USB Type-C right here. This plugs in right here like that, and then it also comes with these two like metal bases pretty much, and they have 3M double-sided tape on the other side. Those you'll just mount onto your dash, and this will magnetically stick to it. Like I said, these are super inconspicuous and they don't really take much space. What is the battery life like on the draggy GPS unit? So it takes about an hour and a half to charge, I would say, if you're like bone dead, like nothing, just dry. But once it's charged, it can last anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. It really just depends on how you're using it. But 10 hours for something like this is pretty crazy, because if you think about it, you're only going to go out, use it for a few minutes, then it's going to sit, and you can turn that bad boy on anytime. And you got 10 hours of continuous use time. So it's definitely really good and a lot more than you need. Is the draggy GPS unit car specific? And do you need an OBD2? Draggy GPS unit is for any car. Why? Because it's not going to connect to your car. It's actually going to connect to your cell phone through the Bluetooth and through the app. So you don't even need the OBD2, which is the connection where most people run their codes from on their car. You don't need that. The app, the phone, and this unit right here are doing all the work. So you don't need anything besides that. You can have a really old car, a really new car, really fast car, a really slow car. Like I said, all you need is a phone, app, the unit, and it's gonna measure any car.
Will the Draggy GPS app work on both iPhone and Android?
The answer is yes. About a year ago, the video wasn't working very well for Samsung, but now that they've been, like I said, working on the software, getting this cranked out, getting the app better, it's working for both. As soon as you finish up your videos, you can shoot it up to your friends and you guys can all share it and compare and whatnot.
What are your final thoughts?
This right here is literally a virtual ticket to a virtual drag strip. It's really cool, and you get to use your real car. It's just a really cool piece of technology. I really recommend anyone who can get their hands on one to get one. Like I said, they're $150 brand new. I got mine used for $100 and it works just fine. I'm not going to show you guys times on my personal car because that's actually going to be the next video, and I wanted to get you guys excited for that because I do have a 62, 66 single turbo 335i. It is a stick shift, so it might not do too great from 0 to 130, but I will try to get you some 60 to 130 times and all of that here pretty soon. Yeah, just drop what you guys think I'll do on my car. I'm excited for it. Thank you guys for staying tuned, and let me know if you guys got any more questions. Like and subscribe if you liked the video, and hopefully brought some sort of value to you. Thank you guys. Peace.